Of Marquette County, kicking off its 80th year. United Way volunteers support our community, and you can help the United Way assist 26 local programs, funding nonprofit organizations focused on safety, unity, and endowment. Donate today by visiting uwmqt.org. A public service message from the United Way and WZMQ 19. Amy Doyle reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News.
Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, one person is dead and others with varying injuries after a large apartment fire in Iron Mountain early Saturday morning. We'll have the latest on the Red Cross's efforts to help those displaced. Plus, Delta County's 3 new commissioners are sworn in when they sit in on their first official commission meeting. And seeking justice, why the family of a woman killed earlier this year in the Hannahville Indian community says the person convicted should serve more time. Your 19 News starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
A drizzly Monday air. How long will the rain keep up for us tonight?
At the moment, those rain showers are going to kind of clear out for the central and western locations, but as you can see, the past couple of hours, it's been over on the east side. Will we see more tonight? Yeah, sure, possibly, but it's definitely going to return on our Tuesday. For the moment, though, we're in the 60-degree range, calm winds. That is also going to change. And if you're like a bird, you're probably going to want to eat inside for the next couple of days as we've got some stormy possibilities and breezy conditions on the way. I'll go over all of that in your full forecast after the break.
Thanks, Air. We're learning new details about a fatal apartment fire early Saturday morning in Iron Mountain. A 46-year-old woman was killed and several others injured, and now the Red Cross is assisting more than a dozen people. Our Iron Mountain Bureau reporter Amy Doyle has the details.
The fire at this 10-unit apartment building prompted an immediate and aggressive response from the local fire crew, who received assistance from over a dozen local agencies late into Friday night. The fire began around 10:53 p.m. at 630 East H Street. Firefighters worked for hours, transitioning to mop up around 1:30 a.m. The American Red Cross swiftly provided blankets, comfort kits, and financial assistance. Midtown Quick Loop opened to support their efforts.
We work with different local churches or different organizations when things like this happen that will assist in opening their doors and acting as a shelter. So having partners, community partners like that in situations like this is hugely important.
Despite the efforts of 5 fire departments, 1 woman died and 3 others had non-life-threatening injuries. Thankfully, no firefighters were injured. The apartment building is a total loss. The Red Cross Disaster Action Team is assisting 15 people from 8 households.
So we do have caseworkers that work with individuals that have been impacted by fires that will work with them, on getting them housing, getting them mental health care, making sure that they have a place to stay, that they have food.
While donations to the Red Cross don't go to any specific incident, the community can help the Red Cross provide assistance for local disasters such as this.
They go out, on calls like this. So like I said, we always tell people that if you want to help, you can donate financially, donate blood, or volunteer with the Red Cross because it's hugely helpful in situations like this.
The cause of the fire is under investigation. The community is organizing a local benefit, and Incredible Bank is accepting donations on behalf of the victims. A GoFundMe page has already been created. Amy Doyle, WZMQ 19 News, Iron Mountain.
We'll have a link to that GoFundMe page on our website, WZMQ19.com. Ishpeming city officials have closed off a section of 2nd Street while they repair a collapsed storm pipe underneath the road. Several residents alerted city officials to a hole in the road where pavement had fallen into the collapsed pipe. The Public Works Department replaced the collapsed area with a temporary pipe over the weekend and have closed down the 2nd and High Street intersection. The city manager says the pipe was older and more susceptible to erosion.
One of those construction areas where the pipe was made out of brick and mortar. Everybody knows that mortar over time will erode, water will seep through. The brick and mortar separated and caused some failure of that system.
The city hopes to have repairs completed and the road open by the end of summer. The winners of Delta County's May 7th recall election took their oaths of office today. Challengers Kelly Vangenhoven, Myra Crosdell, and Matt Jensen defeated County Commissioners David Moyle, Bob Barron, and Robert Peterson. They were scheduled to be sworn in last week, but the Board of Canvassers initially failed to certify the election results before taking a final vote last Friday. The new commissioners say they are thankful for the community's support and that they're looking forward to working together with the sitting commissioners.
It wasn't only the people who voted for me, it was the people who signed the recall petitions. Our Delta County Citizens for Ethical Leadership group, we're going to want to bring the calmness back, the steadiness back, and get back to just the work of the people.
Vangenhoven, Crosdell, and Jensen will attend their first county board meeting as commissioners tomorrow at 5:15 p.m. Only on 19 News, a Hannahville tribal family is seeking justice for a woman who was killed earlier this year. On January 26th, 37-year-old Lila Malinowski was walking along number 38 road when she was fatally struck by a vehicle. Now her family is calling for change in the way tribal cases are handled by officials. Our Escanaba Bureau reporter Lily Simmons has their story.
My sister Lila was a pedestrian in a motor vehicle accident, and the driver was intoxicated.
Lila Malinowski was on her way to see her daughter when she was killed, leaving behind 7 children. The driver was charged with drunk driving and driving with an open container, with a reckless driving charge added by the prosecutor. But Lila's sister, Hannahville Victim Services Outreach Coordinator Victoria Steinhausen, believes justice has not been served.
The driver was sentenced to county jail, and she will be released soon. The FBI did pick up the case, and they partnered with Michigan State Police for a reenactment of the scene.
However, the FBI informed Lila's family on April 19th that their investigation had been closed. The Hannahville Tribal Police Department has also closed its investigation, one the chief of police says was thorough and exhaustive. He says the details were shared with Lila's family, and that he has no details to dispute what they have said.
In the state, they cannot step in because it was a tribal on tribal crime that happened on tribal land, even though the crime did occur on a county road. For the bigger crimes, we do count on our big brother, the federal government, to serve justice in these cases.
Lila's family also consulted the Western Michigan United States Attorney's Office, who told WZMQ 19 that they could not discuss the case, but referred to this jurisdiction chart for Indian communities and reservations. Steinhausen says jurisdictional issues and restrictions of tribal law are major factors when it comes to sentencing in cases like Lila's death.
In tribal law, the statute for involuntary manslaughter does not exist. Even if it did, we are limited to a 1-year maximum imprisonment sentence.
The tribal prosecutor echoed those jurisdictional limitations, adding that he received a federal report stating it could not be ruled out that the accident wouldn't have happened if the driver were sober, citing weather conditions, lighting, and Lila's dark clothing. Looking to move the case forward, Lila's family says the U.S. Attorney's Office suggested writing to Congress, advocating for change. Steinhausen has not done so at this time, but says the tribe is taking steps toward justice reform.
Unfortunately, my sister Lila is not here today to name herself a survivor of crime. I ask for your help in raising awareness to stop and lessen this really could happen to anybody, and advocating for this change makes a safer community for our shared communities.
Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News, Hannahville.
Hannahville's chief of police told WZMQ, quote, "There is never enough justice that any criminal justice process can provide to grieving families when there is the tragic loss of a loved one." The Hannahville Police Department grieves with the family of Lila and will be working hard in order to prevent an event like this from occurring again. Your first warning weather forecast is coming up after this break. Plus, Jim Koski is back stateside, reflecting on this home that we have and the incredible journey our immigrant ancestors took to get here in life in the 906. And later, avoiding ticks this summer. We talked to MDARD about preventing ticks from multiplying in your yard. We're back in 2 minutes.
John's Auto is still your #1 source for a pre-owned vehicle. Our standards are still the highest. We have the cleanest hand-picked inventory around. That's what we're known for.
John's has built a legacy over the years, if you will, and for us to be able to jump into the service industry, the detailing industry, We provide quality service, timely, reliable, trustworthy, just like John's has for years in car sales.
Come on down to John's Auto and see what we're all about. Sales, service, and detailing.
It's the simple things in life that we remember most. A cold glass of water on a hot summer day. The last bottle before bedtime. Lisa from Norway Springs here. Make the most of these moments with our delicious, refreshing water. Visit norwaysprings.com and get a free trial of our water service. Simple goodness. Norway Springs, taking good care of your family.
Fresh, safe water, guaranteed. Call Norway Springs today.
Pure Outdoor is the first program dedicated to increasingly popular outdoor and eco sports. Individual and adventurous. Journey to the world's most exotic, breathtaking locations. Pure Outdoor.
This is home for CBS, WZMQ 19.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
It's spring cleaning at Shunk's. We're clearing out quality name brand furniture at big discounts, 30 to 50% off. Like Smith Brothers, Flex Steel, and Lazy Boy. These Lazy Boy Chase chairs with storage are 50% off. Get 40% off this 3-piece group by Flex Steel. And 50% off this leather sectional, we have to make room. And get 42% off this premium slipcover sofa. This is a store-wide event, and we're clearing out Amish dining room too. Save 47% on this solid oak 5-piece group. Shop Shunk's at Marquette today.
Now, award-winning WZMQ 19 First Warning Weather with Air Stasic.
Okay, friends, taking a look at what's happening. We'll have fog this evening into our morning tomorrow. We might see that sun here and there, but then those rain showers starting in the afternoon. Could see some severe thunderstorms in the evening. I'll time those out for you here in just a moment. Wednesday, very breezy winds are expected. We're talking gusts in the 40s. I'll talk about that momentarily. And then Thursday and Friday are looking a little bit drier and sunnier. Is there a chance of rain on the way? Of course, it's springtime. Tonight, though, we are expecting those sprinkles to kind of head on out, partly to mostly cloudy skies, and then, like I said, that fog rolling in later on. Those temperatures across the board, mostly in the 40s and mid-50s, as you can see, a little bit warmer in the interior there with lows of 53 degrees. So definitely windows open tonight down there in Iron River and Iron Mountain. Taking a look at the morning fog situation, Munising that reduced visibility about 0.3 of a mile before those misty clouds disappear into the rest of our day. Now looking at when our chances for rain are here in Marquette, we're looking mostly at Tuesday night as well as Friday night with some occasional rain showers sprinkled here and there during the daytime. Okay, let's get to this precipitation party that we're expecting on our Tuesday. Now, like I said, partly to mostly sunny skies to start. Those clouds starting to roll in though in the afternoon, and we could see some heavy rains there in Gogebic County, heading on up to the north there, and maybe a little bit of a dicey situation if you're heading downstate there in the afternoon and early evening. But then take a look at this around 9 p.m. Again, we'll expect some possible thunderstorms in Gogebic County as well as South Houghton and Baraga counties. And don't forget Menominee County, and that's just going to continue into the evening, even heading further north there for Houghton and Keweenaw counties. Sault Ste. Marie, you'll probably have some thunderstorms around 1 a.m. before all of that kind of slows down and chills out. Now, taking a look at Wednesday, we could see some rain showers over on that northwest coast, a little bit sunnier down south and clear. Now, we did have some severe thunderstorm watches and warnings this weekend. Just to remind you, if there is a warning, make sure you get inside where you can, and that means we've got some very gusty winds, possible hail, of course, along with that lightning and thunder. And then just a reminder that you want to wait 30 minutes when all is said and done before you head back outside. Now, those big breezes are expected on our Wednesday. Look at that, 40 to 45 miles an hour are possible. That's for the entire Upper Peninsula, and we'll take a look at some of those gusts in the areas. The biggest gusts are going to be here in Houghton with a possibility of 45 miles an hour. So make sure you've got things tied down and you're prepared for that. Our 7-day for Marquette will warm up to about 68 on our Wednesday.
Thanks, Air. Our 19 News Insights is on the way next. We're learning more about the effort to create a dedicated veterans cemetery in the UP. Our conversation with the County Veterans Alliance in Marquette is just 2 minutes away.
Tonight,
what do you say to the deniers of climate change?
Pope Francis's dire warning about climate change in a wide-ranging interview with Nora O'Donnell, and a growing tornado threat for millions on the CBS Evening News.
Stuck with engine troubles? Norway Auto Sales and Service is here to rescue you. From pesky engine glitches to routine maintenance like oil changes and meticulous detailing, our specialists have the solution for your vehicle. You can also count on us for affordable 24-hour towing. Conveniently located on US 2, our full-service garage ensures your vehicle's peak performance. Trust us to get you back on the road swiftly. Call 906-563-8300 now and trust Norway Auto Sales and Service to revive your ride.
A season of award-winning golf at Sweetgrass and Sage Run is on the horizon. The Island Resort and Casino stay-and-play golf packages are booking fast, with choice dates available early in the week. Get started booking today at islandresortgolf.com. Visit the Drift Spa after your rounds for a relaxing or targeted massage session. And enjoy dinner at Horizon Steakhouse. Island Resort Golf. So many reasons to take a drive.
Why do we call the window store?
When they say they'll be at your house first thing in the morning, you'll see them first thing in the morning.
We had a proposal in hand the very first visit.
And our installation was done right the first time.
Whatever your project, our team ensures a seamless, reliable process from beginning to end. That's the window store experience.
Your clear choice, the window store.
Watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Sarah Blakely.
Memorial Day is 1 week from today. It's a day that we remember the lives of those who paid the ultimate sacrifice while serving our country. And a group in Marquette is shedding light on its effort to establish a dedicated veterans cemetery in the UP. Joining us tonight from the Marquette County Veterans Alliance is Craig Zalo. Thanks for coming in, Craig.
Yeah, thanks, Sarah.
All right, so tell us, how long has this effort been in the works?
Yeah, so the efforts to bring a cemetery to the UP have had fits and starts over probably the last decade, but we have started really focused on this project about 4 years ago locally within Marquette County.
Gotcha. And what would this veteran cemetery look like and be like?
So the state of Michigan is somewhat negligent with regard to their ability to bring state veteran cemeteries to bear. The U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs has publicly identified that they would like to have a state veteran cemetery or a national cemetery within 70 miles of every family that has lost a veteran loved one. And the challenge that we have in the UP is that the closest national cemetery is in Holly, which is outside Flint. So when we look at our sister states in Wisconsin, they have 3 state veteran cemeteries that they've been able to procure over the last few years. And in Minnesota, they have 4. And most recently, they opened Duluth. So really, there is an opportunity to move forward, but it takes everybody working together, local leaders, politicians, and our elected officials in Lansing.
Yeah, why do you see a need for one up here in the UP?
Well, when you look across the UP, we probably have one of the highest ratios of service. For example, in Marquette County, our population is roughly about 68,000, and we have well over 6,000 veterans. So we're almost 10% of the population. And Michigan as a whole has a higher service rate than the majority of the other states. But it's something that is needed in the UP. We certainly are blessed to have the Jacob Beatty Home for Veterans in Marquette, and we're blessed to have a world-class VA hospital in Iron Mountain. But the missing link is having a state veteran cemetery in the UP.
Gotcha. Are you thinking that in Marquette or just somewhere in the...
Well, certainly our group has been advocating for its location to be in Marquette, but the reality is, from a broader standpoint, we really need to have a, oh Lord.
They're watching
Sorry
you on
about
TV
that.
right
Yeah,
now.
so yeah, actually somebody calling me about the cemetery. So no,
Perfect.
But yeah, the bottom line is we do need to have a cemetery in the UP, and our veterans deserve it, and our more importantly, the surviving family members of our veterans deserve it for sure.
Sure. And Craig, really quickly before we wrap, you've got a public meeting coming up in June. Tell us how people can attend that.
We do. So the Veterans Community Action Team will be hosting a meeting at Post 44, the American Legion in Marquette, and that's going to be held on June 18th. And we welcome the public to come in because we, as one of our agenda items, will be going over the need to consolidate our efforts across the UP to establish that state veteran cemetery here at home.
Gotcha. And we will have that information on our website after the show and for them as well. Craig, thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Still ahead tonight, preventing ticks from taking over your yard. Tonight we have some advice from NDARD. And later, there's still time to sign up your high schooler for the Building and Trades Summer Camp. We'll have those details. We will be right back after this.
May is Maytag month at Kirkish Furniture. Upgrade to performance and save up to 30% on kitchen and laundry models. Buy 3 appliances and get a $200 rebate on kitchen, laundry, or mix and match. May is Maytag month at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton.
A good friend of mine is dead, but Hakeem is out there planning more attacks.
I know you want answers. We all do.
I can't let it go. Not until he's in handcuffs or his grave.
CBS Tuesday
Hakeem.
is FBI finale night.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait, can you hear me?
Watch the season finale of FBI tomorrow on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Cars will break down, and when they do, it's too late. If your car's out of warranty, it leaves you with 2 choices. Get stuck paying for expensive repairs, or one phone call to CarShield. Their administrators pay for your covered repairs so you don't have to. Your coverage includes roadside assistance, towing, rental, and so much more. Plus, with their nationwide network, you choose the mechanic or dealer. Best of all, there's coverage for every wallet size. Make the smart call before it's too late. Call CarShield today.
The world's longest running prank show is back. Just for laughs, gags.
Come on down to Outdoor Man.
When do I get to shoot the crossbows?
We're breaking the rules.
So you're 13, I don't even think it's legal. So we should do it after lunch.
Our camping department is intense.
Set it up in 30 seconds flat. You can take it down even faster.
And we're always family friendly.
He's adorable. Listen, we found a bear cub in here.
Been nice knowing you, Baxter.
Outdoor Man is open for business on Last Man Standing.
He's a mind reader.
On WZMQ CBS.
After your little European adventure, Jim.
In fact, it's weird. I fell asleep in Marquette last night after waking up yesterday morning on another continent. So, needless to say, I did make it back from my trip to Germany okay. As magical of a place as the UP is, I think it's good to get away every so often, to get out of your Upper bubble and meet different people, see how they live, and eat their chocolate. The part about the chocolate, by the way, is very, very important. It took 22 hours to get from Frankfurt to Marquette yesterday, and while it felt like forever, I realized that it was indeed a minor miracle. I think back to my great-great-grandfather, one of 3 Schwimmen brothers who left a tiny village north of Berlin 150-some years ago, traveled to Bremen, got on a boat to Liverpool, got on another boat to New York, and then finally made their way to a strange and exotic land called Marquette. That voyage from Germany took the 3 of them almost a month. In comparison, 22 hours, even with the lady in front of me trying to recline her seat into my knees, was a piece of cake. I think it's hard for us to imagine what our ancestors went through to come to the UP. Most of us are descended from immigrants who made journeys from places like Germany or Finland or Ireland or Sweden. Think of what it must have taken for them to leave the only home they knew, make a voyage of unimaginable length, and start life anew in a place that they had never visited. Meanwhile, we're spending our days complaining if cell service drops out on the Sini stretch or if we can't get a gluten-free pasty. That's why I think travel is good. It lets you look at your life from a different perspective, to meet people that you'd never run into back home, and to ponder how it might have been if someone generations ago hadn't made that long and arduous journey. Not only that, but it also lets you sample some of the best chocolate the world has to offer. I'm Jim Koski, and that's another slice of life in the 906.
And that is some very good chocolate, Jim. Thank you very much. Our recent humid, damp, and cloudy weather has made the perfect environment for tick activity. Ticks normally stay dormant into April or May, but Michigan's Department of Agriculture and Rural Development says this year tick activity began as early as March. Ticks like to live in shaded, humid environments like tall grass and even the lines between yards and forests. To prevent tick bites, use the right kind of bug spray, tuck in your clothing to keep the ticks out, keep your grass short, and make sure any yard furniture stays dry in sunny areas.
Coming into this season, there's already been quite a bit of tick activity, and we just want to make sure that the public is aware of that for themselves, for their families, and for their pets when they're spending time outdoors.
Coming up tonight at 11:10 Central, we'll have more from a pest management specialist about how to keep your yard free from ticks this summer. The Upper Peninsula Construction Council is still looking for applications for the Building and Trades Summer Camp. The UPCC's 6-week summer camp for high school students allows those interested in construction and trades to learn more about the career paths available to them while earning a wage. There are still 2 available slots open for applicants in the Iron Mountain area. The UPCC says every student counts, and the UP needs new skilled craftsmen now more than ever.
Huge need for construction workers in the UP, so we cannot physically put enough skilled craftspeople on site to do all of the construction across the UP. And to compound that, in the next 7 years, 40% of us will be eligible to retire.
Applications will be open until Wednesday, and we've got a link to that at WZMQ19.com. The rain sticks with us off and on for a few days this week, including this evening. Here has the outlook on the way next.
Get in the game at Connery Sports in Iron Mountain. Our newly expanded storefront is packed full of sports cards, memorabilia, and the latest sports apparel. Whether you're chasing Pokemon cards for the kids or seeking one-of-a-kind collectibles and vintage gems, our expanded space has something for everyone. If you're a diehard fan or just starting your collection, Connery Sports supplies everything you need to fuel your sports passion. Swing by today at 617 North Stevenson Avenue for something to rep your favorite team.
Get an 11% rebate on all lighting at Menards. Illuminate your backyard and add safety to your home with outdoor security lighting. Pick up this outdoor light for $21.79 after rebate. Combine stylish lighting with LED technology with Fight Electric smart color-changing light bulbs. They have a full range of colors, allowing you to choose the perfect one to suit your mood. Get an 11% rebate on all Fight Electric smart bulbs now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
We're in Rome to meet Pope Francis for a rare, wide-ranging interview.
Do you like when you are called the People's Pope?
El Papa de la gente.
It is very important to talk about the future. You have called for a ceasefire. Can you help negotiate peace?
Join us for our special hour with His Holiness on CBS.
Pope Francis I, a CBS News primetime special. Tonight on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
It's as low as household can go, period.
Dining room, bedroom, living room, kitchen. It's simply the lowest prices household appliance, furniture, and mattress gallery can offer. The sales event is underway and runs through May 31st. The sooner you're in the door, the better the selection on floor models, display models, discontinued items. When they're gone, they're gone, so get to household starting now. The price tag is what you pay, and you won't believe the prices. Low, low, low as household can go. Household across in the Westwood Mall.
Temperatures tonight in that 40 to 55 degree range. Expect some fog later on in the evening. Those showers slowing down, but they are returning on our Tuesday afternoon and evening. Possibly some severe thunderstorms as well. Taking a quick peek at Memorial Day. Well, looking like mainly sunshine, possible showers, and those temperatures in the 60s. For the 7-day in Escanaba, those thunderstorms expected to be very breezy, gusts up to about 30 miles an hour.
Finally tonight, the community of Marquette gathered at the Marquette Commons on Saturday for the kickoff of summer. It was the first Saturday Farmers Market of the season. With new vendors and the new membership program, there was everything from fresh produce to even just fresh soup. There was even a food stand that made it fresh right in front of you. Hundreds came to visit throughout the morning, and even the vendors say they were excited for the new season.
I feel like I'm a part of the community, and it's wonderful to be able to know all the farmers and just I don't know, it's nice.
The farmers market on Saturday is open from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. The Wednesday market begins June 19th, and WZMQ 19 is a very proud sponsor of the farmers market. That's it for now. We'll see you at 11.